What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. So today, from the intro, you see me, this is going to be a very integral part of this truck, because I'm telling you, the truck is so high, it's almost like you need a running start to get into it. So today, what I'm doing is I'm installing, these are the iBoards. This is the stainless steel with the black version. Previously, before, I installed the all black running boards, some APS iBoards, and they were fantastic. The only gripe I ever had with them was that their brackets, the powder coating was kind of shitty. Like, it just disintegrated over time. The boards were freaking fantastic. They literally stood the test of time. I'm talking about rain, snow, you name it. So guys, I'd urge you, literally it's the same exact setup. I'll link up top for, I think I have 2 videos on the iBoards, but I'll just run through a couple quick scenarios here for you. My truck, this is the 2021 Ram 2500. It's the diesel. These do not have threaded inserts, so they give you actually pretty good directions. These do not have threaded inserts on the frame, okay? So you have to use these anchors pretty much. And I just wanted to show you a quick mock-up of how it goes. Now, from all 6 of these brackets, one of them is the strangest one. Notice these have 3 holes. Everyone has 3 holes, except for this one. This one has 2. This is the driver's side front. Don't forget that. Driver's side front. And you pretty much got to use, it's literally an M8, okay? It's one of these M8 brackets right here. And what you got to do is you got to insert the bracket, okay? So you insert the bracket in the hole underneath the truck, and then once you insert the bracket, you put one of these plastic retainers on it so it doesn't fall into the frame rail. Guys, if it falls into the frame rail, you're gonna have a really hard time getting that shit out. So that's why they give you these plastic type retainers to hold it from, prevent it from falling in. Now once you insert it into that hole, you bring it down, line it up with the other hole, and that's when you start threading your M8 bolts in there. So there's it's a large washer, then a freaking locking washer, and then you'll see the bolt right there. And then you also have the M10s as well, which goes like down like the middle of the boards. Trust me, I'll explain as I go. I'll stop and explain as I go further, but please check out that video that I previously made, and literally it's super detailed. Also, the weather doesn't look freaking appealing anyway, and I'm trying to get this shit done because I have a big show tomorrow. So, you know, I mean, it's a pain in the ass when you got to jump into this truck, okay? So guys, as you can see right here, they give you all the hardware. They give you a hardware package A, which all of this stuff comes into, and then hardware package B, that is the stuff that goes underneath. Let me show you. It goes underneath the running boards. And as you could see, all the wells and stuff like that, that's why I wanted to get the stainless steel stuff. Hopefully I have better luck with this than, well, the boards, as I said, the boards were fine. It's just the powder coating on these brackets, it was freaking garbage. Okay, so let's hope they took the advice of everyone who commented on Amazon or their store and, you know, beefed up their powder coating. It does look, it actually does feel substantially better than the last time, but we'll see. Okay, all right guys, so I just wanted to show you, these don't have any threads in the inserts, okay? So just move this tape back. Okay, so now what they want you to do is take a bolt, okay? It's an M8 bolt, thread it in here just a little bit, okay? And you insert the welded portion in here and bring it through right here like this. Just put this one right here, that plastic retainer, so this shit don't fall through. But I was holding it anyway, so I wasn't worried about it. but you know, I mean, you got to be cautious. Now you just turn this slightly clockwise. You get what I'm saying? So you just got to get your hardware in place. Okay, so you put your bracket right there. Make sure you turn so that the whole of the bracket, you can see it. It's gonna take a little bit of strength for this, guys. Just a little bit of strength. Go, got it. Okay, so that's threaded there, and now put a large M8 washer. Then you got the crush washer, and then you got the nut. Guys, for the M8 stuff, you're gonna need a 13mm socket. For the M10s, you're gonna need a 16. And this is how simple it is. Guys, do not tighten it down yet. Don't tighten it down yet. Don't tighten it down yet. Until you get everything settled and in place. All right, guys, so this is a layout of how it looks. You have the washer, then the crush washer, then the nut. And on this side, big washer, that's the M8, crush washer, and the bolt, the M8 bolt that you threaded in there. Guys, make sure you look at the sheets. There are torque specs for these bolts and the nuts. Just remember that. Okay, now on this other side right here, once you get to the middle, that's where you're gonna have M8s and M10s, okay? Welded brackets, just for the added strength, okay? All right, guys, so food for thought. If I were you guys, lay out your hardware like this. You know you're gonna need an M10, M8 brackets, M10 bolts, large washer. I have the locking washer here for the M10. Have the locking washer right there. You're gonna need the retainers. That's one for the M10, one for M8, and same goes right here. It's easy if you lay out your hardware, so you just gotta pick up and bolt them out. Okay, guys, so this entire driver's side is finished. It'll literally probably take you about, I would say, 10 minutes total. Once you get the pattern, how everything goes. It's very, very simple, guys. Very simple. All right, guys, so now once you get all your brackets done, okay, I'm just showing you the driver's side real quick. Once you get all the brackets finished, okay, the instructions are pretty detailed. What you do is you take the carriage bolts from, you gotta use hardware package B. All this stuff is there. Take the carriage bolts, insert it like this, insert it into the groove. You'll see that square, and there's a square down here to the bottom. Just insert it. Real simple shit, guys. Like, not difficult. Then you flip it over, put it like this, and just turn it. That's really all it is. It's not even that hard. And then this piece over here, this is what plugs into here. So once you flip the board over, these two studs are gonna go in here, and then you tighten it up with the appropriate washers and nuts. And these are, it'll be actual washers and locking nuts. Okay, you're just gonna have a washer and a locking nut. Okay, I'll show you real quick. All right, guys, so when you actually flip the boards over and place it onto the brackets, see right there, you want to make sure that square piece that I showed you that's attached to those carriage bolts comes through that hole, those square pieces. Okay, that's how you know the carriage bolt is sitting properly. Okay, then all you got to do is just add literally a freaking washer and a locking nut, and that same 13mm socket is going to tighten that. So now look at this one right here. Okay, so all you got to do, just slightly move the board. Okay, and you could literally slightly lift the brackets and let it fall in there. And if you notice, the squares are coming through the hole. Just move it a little bit to the end, and then do the same for the last one, and we're done. All right, guys, so the first side is complete. So what you want to do is, once you have everything lined up, and I mean like all the brackets and stuff underneath, okay, hold on, let me flash a light here. Yeah, once you have all the brackets and whatnot underneath lined up properly, like if you notice, the bracket on top is directly above this one. It's not twisted or bent or anything like that. Now, once you snug the nuts up to the bolts, okay, once you snug everything up, then you can actually pull the running board to its maximum width going out of the truck, or you can push it in. I think you have, like, you know, I mean, like a little bit of leeway, so that's how you can adjust it. And what you can do, and then that would be the time also to adjust where you want your boards. So I'm putting mine directly in line with this piece of plastic right here, and it'll be the same way for the other side. Once you're certain that this is what you want, then you go make sure everything is tight underneath the running board, and the back of the brackets that I told you, don't over tighten yet. You could torque down the back of those and tighten these, and then you're straight. And then you move on to the other side. Guys, before I forget, as I told you guys before, you're gonna need, obviously along with your sockets, if you have it, you're gonna need a torque wrench, okay? So just be aware of that, you know what I mean? And they definitely give instructions, like right here for the torque specs, you can see it. And the two that we're dealing with, M8 or 8mm, M10 10mm bolts, those are for the M8, you can do about 18 pounds. For the 10mm or M10, you can do 32 foot-pounds of torque, okay? Don't forget. Okay guys, the installation is complete. Don't forget to torque down the M8s on the frame rail to 18 pounds, the M10s to 32 pounds, the bolts on the underside here, those, do not tighten that shit down. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Do not tighten those underside bolts down, because you're gonna bend that strip of metal. Guys, when you finish this project, all you should have been left with are 6 M8 bolts. And the reason for that is because these are the extra bolts if you actually had threaded inserts on the frame rail. Got it? Other than that, again, guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. I did good in choosing these because it actually matches the scheme of the car. It literally looks like the truck came with it. You know what I mean? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like it. All right, guys. Again, links to the previous video is gonna be somewhere floating up there as the video progresses, and it'll be in the description, but as I literally showed you everything that you needed to know again in this video. So this is literally like the 3rd time I'm doing this install for APS iBoards. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.